Our top story tonight, some going down in November.
Wars, spending.
There has got to be something big a-brewing.
They're using geese to guard prisons in Brazil.
Does Biden know what
Immigration
Mexico
policies.
is? Would you scare Joe Biden? What are we laughing at?
I think Billy Mays was real.
I'm a world-class skeptic.
I don't know anything about Hunter Biden. I don't know who's big into cocaine and laptops. Why is that our problem?
Complete, absolute incompetence.
Like, who funds the news?
It's a freaking inside job, man. That the entire world's a stage and everything's fake.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Touch Me Tuesdays on the Veritas Road, where we talk about things that touched us this week, and it's also Tuesday. We are, I feel like I forgot to talk about this last week, we are in a new studio. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. So, new background, new chairs, same microphones and same asshole sitting in this chair, but some of the environment's new. And that's a good thing. Hopefully you guys will be hearing more from us moving forward now that we have all this stuff moved. We should be posting more regular weekly episodes as well as these little tidbits. And I know for anyone who gives a fuck, Murph will likely be doing his own individual stream starting sometime this fall. Maybe headed towards the winter, I believe, which I'm very excited about. I don't remember what he keeps saying he's going to talk about, but he's told me, and it's something, and it's going to be good.
Yeah. He has told me too, but we are assholes and apparently do not listen very well because I don't remember either. But
yeah,
Murph,
Murph, if you're listening at all, text me or John or comment and remind us what the fuck you're going to talk about. I love you, buddy. Miss you. So, that being said, calling myself out on this one, let's jump right into it, John. Starbucks has experienced a fall in sales yet again. Who knew that having your coffee served to you by some androgynous Zim-Zer cunt with rainbow tattoos and anal beads would be off-putting to some people? I personally prefer it if that's the kind of person serving me my coffee. I don't know how this company is still in business anymore, quite frankly, especially after they fucking pushed everybody out of stores for decades. Starbucks is the worst. I don't really have too much more to say about this other than, like, serves those assholes right. Fuck you, Starbucks. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. John, anything on Starbucks?
yeah, I know we talked about at least a while back about their like CEOs ridiculously like fucking pay package. So it's like they can apparently afford to pay that motherfucker like a shitload, give him like a private jet to commute to work every day, bitch about the carbon, but
exactly.
I don't know. Somehow they can afford that.
Yeah, somehow they. How much does their CEO make? I know we looked at that a while ago. Meanwhile, their employees are all riding bikes, probably by choice. They're all probably riding bikes by choice, but also probably also out of necessity. 1.6 million per year.
Yeah, well, here 96 million in total compensation.
Oh. Son of a bitch. Oh, it's a base salary of 1.6 million per year.
Right.
What the fuck else is he getting compensated with? This is some Warren Buffett shit where he pays himself in stock or something.
Bonuses, stock options, and other perks. That is the description.
Other
here.
perks? Like little boys? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, maybe.
Fucking CEOs. Son of a bitch. Ugh. And now that's all I think about when somebody says other perks in reference to a CEO after all of this Epstein stuff. And I mean, we talked about that ad nauseum Sunday. I don't want to get too far back into it. So yeah, that's Starbucks. That just, who's surprised? Fuck you, Starbucks. Moving on. I don't want to dwell on that too much. What do we have next? Oh yeah, fucking Sam Altman and OpenAI announced a new study mode product for students. That means ChatGPT can now help you study. Now, I don't know about other people, but I'm not a huge fan of our technocratic overlords fucking teaching my kids how to study. I don't have kids currently, but at all. Teaching my sperm how to study. Study class for sperm, that'd be a good anyway, teaching. I don't want them fucking teaching my like when somebody's going to walk into a doctor's office in 10 years and it will be a fucking physician who's been entirely educated by ChatGPT. And they're going to say, doctor, my foot hurts. And he's going to say, bend over. Let me stick this dildo up your ass. And they're going to be real confused, but he will have learned it all from ChatGPT. That seems terrifying. I mean, you want to talk about a great way to indoctrinate an entire population. Public schools are bad enough. Having everybody taught by ChatGPT seems terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. John, you look like you had a thought.
Yeah, well, it's like you mentioned doctors, and you mentioned it on our little document. Is like, how is that really that much different from the current medical system that we have now? If we're being honest, is like you walk into a doctor's office, it's just a regurgitation of what they got in medical school of a textbook. It's not critical thinking. It's not actual diagnostics. It's not anything but just regurgitations. Like, take this pill. We take this pill because our textbook told us to.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's just, this seems like a new way to deliver that information, maybe more efficiently than how it's done now. But I don't really see a massive difference, like, in how not just medical school works, but like higher
school
education
in general works,
and compared to adding, learning shit from AI.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, it kind of speaks to the mass manufactured level of education at this point, but also the level of indoctrination. I mean, all of your med school textbooks are written by pharmaceutical companies. All of your like elementary school and high school textbooks are written by big corporate conglomerates that are owned by who the fuck knows who, probably Robert Maxwell or something. And so, I mean, since, was it Rockefeller pretty much bought out the education system in the early 1900s, it hasn't been the same since. I mean, there are people who send their kids to fucking private school. Really, the only useful option seems to be homeschooling your kids anymore, because even private schools are teaching the same dumbass, indoctrinating curriculum to the kids who go, because they have to. Because the government says, oh, by the way, you have to teach your kids X, Y, and Z, and if you don't, guess what? You're a bad parent. You're a bad person. Because you didn't teach your kids about trans tigers. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you have sinned against the Creator if you've not taught your kids that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Dude, if you don't know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, fuck you. Yeah. If you don't know that, suicide's probably your best. I mean, yeah, I didn't say that. Wasn't me. I didn't say that. Sam Altman's just so creepy, too. Like, he had that whole thing with Elon Musk where they owned OpenAI, and it was supposed to be like open source AI for, people who wanted to be into that type of shit. And then he ran off and took OpenAI private or whatever, and now it's half owned by who else is didn't somebody else invest in OpenAI? Some other company? I'm pretty sure somebody else owns a large, maybe not a controlling portion, but a large portion of it, along with Sam Altman. It's just creepy as shit. And everybody's using ChatGPT now. You have to wonder what's going on with all, like, even people at work are using ChatGPT. Your fucking lawyers are. I talked to a lawyer the other day. He said 90% of what he does is just research shit on ChatGPT. The days of asking somebody and getting an answer from that person are pretty much over. Google, ChatGPT, fucking the other one, Grok. Like, that's all people do now. It's all AI bullshit. Did you figure it out, John?
No, you talking about Stargate?
Maybe.
We spoke about that a little while ago.
Oh, that's with Oracle. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen this, but Grok is also getting a friend. I don't know if you've seen.
Grok's getting a friend.
Yeah, is like apparently like, he's been getting like little AI companions, for him to talk to.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen the name of it, but the name of it's also super creepy.
What's the name?
So the name of it is Annie, Ani. I don't know if you know what that means in Hebrew.
I don't.
It means I am.
Son of a bitch.
So it's very, very. I haven't looked into it a ton, but it is. It's very, very creepy what they've been doing with it.
Jeez.
And apparently it's like some like NFSW shit too.
Yeah.
Just from reading this Business Insider thing. So.
I mean, that's how you get
Creepy
buy-in
shit.
from a lot of these incels, right?
Right.
Dang. That's creepy as shit.
Yeah. So I mean, it goes to the kind of, talk we were having a couple of weeks ago with the Occult Rejects. Is they are kind of creating these things to be entities in and of themselves, and it's like people are interacting with it in like some creepy, fucked up ways. And I don't know where it's going, but it's like I don't like the energy that people are feeding it.
Yeah, no, I mean, whatever perspective you look at that from, because I think the term for that is like an egregore, I believe. And the idea is that, like, the more people that buy into a concept and that are a part of it and that give it energy, at a certain point, that concept, that thing becomes an entity of its own, a spiritual entity of its own. And even for the normies who don't believe in that sort of thing, I would say, A, take another look at it. But B, like, you could still look at the mass consciousness of people that's being manipulated by this thing as almost its own entity. Like the way people act in droves is almost representative of like an entity in and of itself, like the way you see herd movement in cattle. There was a book by Alexander Asimov called it's not a book, it's 3 books, called the Foundation Trilogy, that talks about this concept of, I think it's like psychohistory, and it's this idea that if you get people together in large enough groups, their behavior becomes increasingly, the larger the group, the more mathematically predictable the behavior of that group becomes. And with how big AI is getting and the progression of things like quantum computing and what have you, I can't help but wonder if we're headed that direction where mass behavior is becoming predictable, potentially even for the common man. Like, if you can just hop in a fucking calculator and figure out, X plus Y is going to equal, a fucking crisis in Montana next year. It's some weird predictive programming shit, I feel like. The fact that Grok's getting a friend is creepy. Is it that weird Asian character?
It's like
the weird anime lady?
Like some weird anime shit.
Who's the fucking fox? Is that Grok?
I don't know. So Annie, I think, is this weird anime shit. I'm still trying to figure out what this thing is. It's a foul-mouthed red panda, according to the
foul-mouthed red panda
here. So I don't know.
All right.
Oh, Rudy.
Is that another one of Grok's friends?
I guess it's another one of his friends. But man, that's fucking creepy that they're building these things to like interact with each other.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you've like seen Person of Interest, but this is like
a
step to like some Person of Interest like level AI war shit
that
went down in that show.
Grok's gonna be fighting ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah, I don't know. This is creepy.
Son of a bitch.
We're gonna have to look more into this.
Yeah, we will. Dang.
Like, this is like an episode in and of itself, I think.
Yeah. What did it say about Zuck down there? Scroll down a little bit. Mark Zuckerberg, who Musk once threatened to follow. Yeah, I forgot about that Zuckerberg-Musk fight. Sorry. That would have been great. Did that ever happen? That never happened, did it?
No.
Would have loved to see that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Zuckerberg's apparently like into martial arts and shit.
Yeah.
Like he's like competed in a bunch of tournaments. So
Right.
That's interesting.
And you look at Elon, and he looks like a deflated rhinoceros.
Yeah, but he's retarded, so.
Got that retard strength?
Yeah.
That is a thing. Why is it such a seductive cartoon? That's what I have to wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just some creepy shit.
Fuck.
I'm gonna have to look into this a lot more because this is creepy shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, we'll dig into that a little bit. Talk about it later. Moving on. What do we got next? Let's see here. So I thought this was interesting. During all of these ICE raids, a Jamaican illegal was caught working as a police officer while trying to buy a gun in Maine. That is one of the most. This man should be given a medal for the level of inception he was able to pull off. Give me the gun, man. Like, the fact that during all of these ICE raids from Trump, he was able to go purchase a gun until the ATF got called about his immigration status, masquerading as a police officer, speaks volumes about the state, whatever fucking systems they use to determine who these people are.
This fucker wasn't masquerading as a police officer. He was a legitimate fucking police officer.
Well, I mean, but still, I guess technically he was because he wasn't an actual like U.S. citizen. Yet was employed as a police officer. Was it the state of Maine, right?
Right, yeah.
Employed him as an illegal immigrant as a police officer.
That's incredible.
And it wasn't until he bought a gun and the ATF got called, which the ATF is another story. They're certainly not the good guys, but the ATF got called that they determined he was an illegal immigrant. Fucking America.
That is incredible. I have always wondered if somebody could like one up the fake sign language translator at Nelson Mandela's funeral. This guy might have done that. Like he might have done that. This is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I'm loving every.
Did they not get
this.
like a social security card or a driver's license when these people go in to become cops?
Well, it's like you have to go through like the entire like academy process. Get a peace officer license is like, it's just incredible how he was able to get through all of that.
This is like if a kid in a wheelchair walked on to a football team holding a painting of legs in front of his wheelchair. This is tantamount to that. If little wheelchair Timmy fucking walked on to his hometown football team. What in the world? Gosh. ICE says a similar incident occurred in April when they arrested a 32-year-old illegal alien from Congo who was working as a corrections officer in Cape Cod in Massachusetts.
That's even more incredible. Because that motherfucker's like guarding a jail.
Yeah. And we're cracking down on immigration, boys. We're cracking down. And the same people who are cracking down on immigration, they're probably fucking illegal immigrants. Son of a bitch. If your ICE agent speaks with an accent, you ask them if they're actually in ICE, okay? Don't trust the uniform, kids. They're probably from not here.
You just know that story's coming down the line at some point. ICE agent arrested for being an illegal immigrant.
Right. Yeah. Like that's got to happen at some point, right? Such a classic irony, but good heavens. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. All right. What we got next? This makes me wildly uncomfortable. Fluoride tablets for babies are becoming exceedingly popular amid water. What was the top of that? Amid water fluoridation rollback. So people doing their research have determined fluoride might not be so good for you, okay? Which it's not. We can look up the side effects of fluoride here in a minute. But now some of these people who suckle at the teat of the FDA and the fucking USDA have decided that they need fluoride tablets for the water for their children. And so now they're fluoridating their children's water. Fluoride prescriptions spiked in Utah this spring amid changes to the public drinking water. Who's prescribing fluoride? Goodness. An analysis of electronic health records conducted by CNN by some research group showed the share of the population with a prescription for fluoride supplements jumped 30% in a matter of months. What are the side effects of fluoride? Can we look at those? Because we're all walking around just drinking this shit. Nobody thinks about what it could actually be doing to our bodies. I know chlorine is in most of our water, and it's a real problem. A lot of people feel sick after they take a shower because it aerosolizes the chlorine. All right. Symptoms. Abdominal pain, headache, irregular heartbeat, shallow breathing, tremors, weakness.
Cardiac arrest in severe cases.
Cardiac arrest, nausea and vomiting.
Tremors, shallow breathing.
I thought I had heard somewhere that it crossed the blood-brain barrier. I could be wrong. But this idea that we need fluoride in the water to make our teeth healthy is insane. Go read Weston Price's book on nutrition and physical degeneration, and that'll solve that problem for you.
Yeah, I just want to know, like, in what cases these doctors are prescribing fluoride tablets to people. Like, what could they possibly be coming into to a dentist or a doctor's office with that would make them think, oh, you have a fluoride deficiency?
Well, I mean, in a lot of cases, it's not a matter of a fluoride deficiency, but it's somebody's going to come in and say, doctor, they stopped fluoridating my water in my town. Can you give me something? Because I need my fluoride for my teeth. And they'll just give people a prescription for fluoride. That's what ends up happening in a lot of cases. It's a real problem. Oh my gosh. I would love to see some correlation data on the fluoride pills for babies, consumers, 3 times corona jab boosters, and social media users with tranny flags in their profiles. I'd love to see that too. I would absolutely love to see that. Venn diagram would probably just be a single circle overlapping. That's probably true. Yeah. Whoever wrote this, great job. You're probably not wrong. But the fact that you're putting this level of chemicals in people's water and not consulting the public, not asking people if they're okay with it, not doing any, like, if you want to fucking fluoridate your water at home on your own, time, that's fine. But don't force that on the entire population. It's like experimenting on people without which, I mean, the government does nonstop. I mean, it's not like it's anything new. It still upsets me. I'm a sensitive bitch. I'm a sensitive bitch.
This is fucking crazy.
Yeah. The CDC says it's a success. Adding fluoride to public water systems was a success. People are healthier now. Gosh.
According to multiple public health experts.
Right.
Which is, I've come to just view that term as an oxymoron.
It absolutely, the idea of public health is fucking retarded. We can talk more about that later.
Yeah, everyone go read Thomas Cohen's Contagion Myth.
It's such a good book, dude. I love that book. Is it still titled that? Didn't they have to retitle it?
They had to retitle it like right after they wrote it to, I think, The Truth About Contagion, to get around Amazon's like just absolute book burning of it.
Right.
It's like
they made it impossible to find.
Yeah. I actually have one of the original Contagion Myth copies. So
I have mine somewhere. I think it's at my brother's house.
It's like I got it like right before like Amazon just struck it.
Right.
And they had to come back and try to resell.
Yeah. Which we need to just do. Maybe we'll do an episode on Contagion sometime and talk about Pasteur and Béchamp and all those people. I think that'd be a useful thing to do.
Yeah, everyone needs to go check him out. He's got some interesting shit.
Yeah.
I read a article he wrote for the Weston Price Foundation about fevers in children. It's quite fascinating.
Oh, yeah. So one of the prevailing theories is that fevers in children help trim the extra neuronal tissue that you don't need. So you have like a lot more shit inside of your brain as a child than you need as an adult. And so one of the things their brains will do, and it sounds like damaging and scary, like from an emotional level, but your brain has too much shit inside of it. So one of the things that kids' bodies do is they produce high fevers to help trim that neuronal tissue. Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah. They think that's one of like the benefits of a lot of these childhood diseases that a lot of children experience. Never mind the fact that children who do go through a lot of the childhood diseases that we hear, be vilified in the media, typically have lower rates of cancer, heart disease, all of that. Never mind that. They're typically sick less. Never mind all that shit. But who am I? What do I know? So yeah, fucking fluoride in the water. Look up this Sydney Sweeney. This is all over social media today. This commercial about Sydney Sweeney's jeans. Look it up on YouTube, John. And we'll watch it, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll talk about 1984, because this feels like I feel like I've talked about 1984 nonstop. It's an American Eagle. There it is. That one right there. Yep.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney, Hasbro jeans.
You see what I did there, right? I'm not here to...
Okay. Why this commercial is all over social media, I have no fucking idea. She didn't say anything wild. No nipples were shown. The jeans are average at best. Okay? What people are complaining about, and I think I put a link to one of the comparisons in the Tuesday folder on Twitter, John. What people are complaining about is that for a little bit, when the woke cunts of the world took over marketing, the obese couple on the left in underwear, that was the type of image that pervaded a lot of clothing marketing for like 6 months in fucking like 2021. Now, because people realized it didn't work, people realized that, showing a picture of somebody vomiting was not a good way to sell alcohol, nor is showing a picture of somebody who's obese a great way to sell clothing. They thought, hey, let's fucking rewrite the playbook with something. Hey, what if we put attractive people in our clothes and try to sell them that way? Whatever cunt thought that putting an obese person in underwear and trying to sell clothes that way was insane. And a lot of that came out of the bullshit body positivity movement of the mid-2000s. And I've never despised a movement so much from the beginning. This whole idea that you should love your body even if you're a disgusting fuck. Now, I want to be very clear. You should love yourself. That's great. Love yourself, that's fine. But if you are a fat, slobby son of a bitch, which I've been at many points of my life, maybe don't be happy about that aspect of yourself. That is like saying, you know what? My car's out of gas, and the engine's starting to knock a little bit. And you know what I'll do instead of taking it to the mechanic? I'm going to shove a Twinkie in the gas tank and fuck the radiator. I'm going to stick my dick in the radiator and come inside of it and see if it fixes it, see if that makes the air conditioner. That's the same concept as these people who were like, yeah, you're fucking obese. You should stay. That's so good for you. Eat the damn ice cream. Be unhealthy. It's fucking... That's the same concept. If your car's breaking down and you say, I'm not going to take it to the mechanic, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drive it off a damn cliff and see if that fixes something. This all came out of that same body positivity movement. And guess what that produced? Heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, all of that nonsense. Okay, yeah, they put a pretty girl in some jean stuff and paraded her in front of a camera. People have been doing that for thousands of years. Why is that news? Why are we upset about that? I get if she was, like completely, if she were like naked parading in front of, yeah, I'd have a problem with that. But it's a pretty girl in some jeans. Why are we upset about that? Why is that all over social media? I don't want to see that shit. I don't even fucking know why she's famous. What is she famous for? Is she an actress? Is she a singer? I don't know.
I think she's an actress.
How do you feel about pretty girls in jeans, John?
I mean, it's all retarded, but the whole system is designed to try and keep you both, at least mentally like the image on the left, in a lot of cases physically. It's designed to like make, the lack of accountability to yourself something of virtue.
Yeah, it's good thought.
And I don't know, anything that like kind of goes against that is like it's something that they have to manufacture outrage for, manufacture this offense to try and just drum up this entire, just inverted idea of health, inverted idea of what people are supposed to be.
Yeah, that's a good point. It reminds me a lot of, and I don't know how easy this will be to find. Maybe if you don't mind, try and find it. There's a portion of 1984 where the main character Winston is talking about a ballerina who's wearing like a bag over her head and weights all over her body while she's trying to perform on television. And the reason is to make her as close to the same as everybody else as possible. And I think the thought process that comes from is this idea that everybody needs to be equal, everybody needs to be the same. And as much as I hate quoting him because the guy does have his issues, like one of the things Jordan Peterson talks a lot about where like equality of opportunity is great, right? Overall, just making everybody, equal or what's the term I'm looking for? Equality in like we should have the same amount of every race or every gender in this office is a problem. Equality of opportunity is good, but fudging the numbers is problematic. And we see the same thing here, and I don't know if we can find the portion where he talks about it or not, but that's exactly what it reminds me of. Let's fuck with the people who we're jealous of to bring them down as much as we possibly can. I can't even read that from here.
No, this is like just a.
That's a description of it.
Yeah.
It's all right. So yeah, I mean that's all. It's all that makes. It's just very 1984. Very 1984.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everything's inverted. Everything's the opposite of what it's supposed to be, and they want people to be like the lowest form of themselves in every possible way, shape, or form. And then shit like that is just a way to encourage that for a certain subset of the populace who that works on. Because it's like for a lot of people will view that the same way we do. It's like this is retarded, but they're gonna just be attacked by something else from a different thing that's gonna capture them and bring them down. And this is just for a certain subject of subset of people to that end.
Yeah, you're right. And the difficult thing about this is, what are you going to say? What are you going to say when somebody who does legitimately struggle with obesity is like, yeah, but I have an example I can look up to now. What are you going to say to that? It's so hard to have that discussion from not a horrifically emotional place. To say, yeah, it's great that there's a lady who's dying of diabetes on the TV. It's great that you're a fan of Lizzo's fat ass, all right? But guess what? 10, 20 years down the line, she's going to have diabetes. She's going to have heart disease. She's going to have Alzheimer's. She's going to have all these. She's going to have cancer. All these different things wrong with her. It's not a pleasant path. And so, yeah, it might feel good right now to say, oh my gosh, there's somebody like me over there. It gives you a sense of belonging and community and familiarity. But at the end of the day, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, and you've been talking about 1984, and it's almost like you're falling into like the newspeak definition of love, and that's kind of what's at play here, because it's like the the kind of society's definition of love is acceptance.
It's a good point,
and that's
John.
not what love is.
Yeah.
Sometimes love is harsh accountability.
Yeah.
And I think that's the ultimate thing at play with all of this, is that.
Yeah. David Goggins, tough love. Who's going to carry the boats, motherfucker? Yeah. All right. I think I've made an idiot out of myself for long enough regarding that. We can move on. Let's see here. Just more Epstein stuff. Fucking, according to this leading report, whoever that is, there's a missing minute from the Jeffrey Epstein jail tapes. Oh my gosh, what else are we going to find? Trump's going to tell us he didn't kill himself again? I can't fucking wait. This is ridiculous. This is just, what? How is this still playing the way it is?
I don't know. I mean, they played they were able to get away with this kind of bullshit with 9/11, is all the missing Pentagon footage.
Yeah.
So,
And then they showed us those 3 frames of what might have been a plane, who knows, maybe hitting the ground. That we'll be lucky if we get that much. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Gosh. All right.
I put this one in here.
All right, let's talk about it.
Because this is just the most fucking retarded thing I've ever seen. The U.S. Treasury Department is now accepting Venmo and PayPal payments for those who want to donate money to reduce the national debt of $36.7 trillion.
Oh my gosh. This is like when you have a college fund and your dad goes and blows it all gambling in Vegas, and he comes back home and he's like, listen, kid, I know you're broke, but you want to go to college and I want something better for you. Give me your money. That's exactly what's happening here. Dad blew the college fund and he's asking for more money. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. If anyone does this, I don't know what to. There's no hope for you. Like, if you actually do this and donate, there's nothing that anyone can do for you.
John, we've got to pay down the national debt. What are you talking about? This is we have to donate. We have to donate. 1 penny out of every dollar we make for the Veritas Road will not go to this. I don't even want to joke about doing that. Yeah, fuck that. Somebody had to type that out and post it.
I mean, probably
Some sad son of a bitch.
AI fucking posted that. Are you kidding me?
Somebody had to direct something to do that. Someone had to sit down in front of a computer and say, yes, this is a good idea. Let's tell people they should contribute their money to pay off the national debt. When how much?
36.7 trillion.
Fuck. How much of a deficit are we running this year?
Who the fuck knows?
And they want people to donate to the national debt?
Yeah, apparently. It's freaking retarded. It's like, I mean, there's not enough. There's never enough. That's the entire point. There's never enough currency in the system to ever pay down the national debt. There's not $36.7 trillion in existence right now. So it's just like, this is just fucking retarded. I can't even like wrap my head around what the end goal would be, just from like a truth or conspiratorial view, is like, because I can't imagine, like, the only thing I can think of, maybe they want to try and do like a massive deflation of the currency, but I can't imagine they could convince anybody to do this.
Can we look and see? Is there a website we can go to find out?
I doubt
if people have
it.
donated?
This has been up for 4 days. So I'm not even going to go down that hole to try to find
I'm
that.
definitely looking that up later. I can't wait. Can you just imagine Venmoing the National Treasury?
I will say what I do think is hilarious. I think the only people who do it are the people, like, Venmo allows you to put comments on your transactions. I think people would do it as like a super chat style thing.
Send them a cent and be like,
send them a penny, just to like send them a picture of a dick or something.
Right. Be like, Michelle Obama has a penis. Here's a penny.
Yeah, stuff like that. So if you're going to do that, I might encourage it, because that would be funny.
Plus, it's not going to do anything. So you might as well enjoy it, I guess. Yeah. I can't believe that. Good heavens. All right. Do we have anything else? Is that it for this week?
I think so.
I forgot we were doing this until about 6 hours ago. So.
Yeah, and in Carson's, the way he understands time, that's almost like he forgot we were doing this 10 minutes before we showed up.
Right before I showed up. Yeah. We'll have more stuff next week. We're getting back into the groove of things now that the studio's back put together. Paying down the national debt. I'm going to Venmo them later. Send them a giant dick. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to Touch Me Tuesdays on the Veritas Road. It's been a blast, as it always is. We're going to just bang this shit out every week, even if it's not perfect, like today. Every Tuesday, around 6:30, you'll be hearing from me and John. So tune in if you're bored and it's just feeling a little bit suicidal. We'll talk you out of it. Yeah. Anything else, John? Anything else we need to tell the good people out there?
I don't think so.
Check out our PayPal account so we can pay down our national debt.
Yeah. The link is in the description in the bio. So if you like what we're doing, feel free to send us money.
We're better than the National Treasury.
Even if you don't like what we're doing, you can send us money and insult us. I see people do that all the time on YouTube. Is they will like send a super chat to someone streaming just to insult them, and I can never understand the psychology of it. It's like, you're paying them money. Is like, do you hate them that badly just to pay them money so that you can insult them? But if you hate us that badly, pay us money. You can insult us.
I feel like it's like throwing money at a cheap whore. You know, it's still, you still won in that scenario. The whore didn't win. You won, right? Is that how that works? Or am I just depraved?
That was pretty depraved.
Okay. All right. Well, don't be depraved, folks. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye.